Last night, I made a video about the Creator Hub website from the VTuber EggieWeggie's. In it, I said that in my opinion, I don't think you should use the site, but you could if you still wanted to, as long as you were aware of the vulnerabilities. I'm completely changing that opinion as of this morning. Do not use the website at all under any circumstance, and if you already have an account, you should immediately go and delete it. Here's why. Starting after I made that video, there was a bunch more people who started digging into it, not because of the video, but because of the information I put in the video. It wasn't me that started it, it was the people that I was quoting in the video that started the investigation into this website, and what they found is horrifying beyond belief. So, what they found is that the client ID and the client secret for login to the site, which essentially these are the two keys that allow you to log in to the website as if you were EggieWeggie yourself. These are hard-coded directly into the back end of the website and available on the GitHub repo. This is exceptionally terrible security. Anyone who has this information that I have on screen right now can log into this website and do anything they want to. They can redirect this website to a new backend server. They can steal any login data you give the website for themselves. Yes, that means even if you log in as a Google user, they can actually connect to your Google account if they wanted to and use any permissions that you give the website through your Google account. So if you give the website access to, say, Gmail, as part of the permission set, congratulations, they can now read your emails. And they can change what permissions it asks for as well. So if they wanted editor access to or manager access to your YouTube, they could change the site to request that and then steal your entire YouTube channel. In addition to that, any information that you have put into this website at all at any point is available to anybody who has this right here that I am showing on screen. That is all you need to access every single thing that has ever been put into this website in the history of this website's existence from any user. And like, this isn't even all of the vulnerabilities that have been discovered, by the way. There's a ton more vulnerabilities that have been discovered. I believe we're up to over 40 separate vulnerabilities, most of which are so easy to exploit that a script kiddie in their mama's basement could do it. There are just so many vulnerabilities in this website. Essentially, and this is, I can actually prove this, by the way. Let me find that screenshot. Here it is. The entire website was vibe coded with Claude. In their initial response to it, EggieWeggie stated that Claude was only used for security research. Essentially, they said that they coded the website and then asked Claude to review the code and spruce it up. That is not true. What you are seeing on screen right now is proof that that is not true. This entire thing was vibe coded by Claude from somebody who does not understand even the slightest bit of how to code things. This person does not in any capacity whatsoever know what they are doing. They do not know what they are talking about. And worst of all, here's their response to all of this. It's genuinely depressing how many people will believe anything they see on Twitter with no regard to logic. I'm going to continue being outside. It's nice here. Only some accounts can reply. Oh my god. Eggie is genuinely just trying to use this website and this drama to farm clout. They are blocking anybody who calls out the security vulnerability, and they are running to people who use AI to validate them. Like, that's all they want is stuff like this. Some people throw rocks at things that shine because they are miserable and insufferable and have nothing better to do. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my god. That is what Eggie wants from this, is people that will defend them and their choices in making a website that is so vulnerable that it could not only be hacked and all of the user information stolen, but could be used to hack any third-party websites that are used as login details for this website. This website is exceptionally dangerous, and worst of all, it has not been security reviewed. Last night, I made the speculation that the quote-unquote exploit hunter VTuber Neo might not actually be a security researcher. Now I have proof of that, and the proof is in the pudding, unfortunately, because a tweet they made this morning has a bunch of flat out lies. They made a tweet this morning starting with, since this is starting to blow up and everyone is seeking for more information than they should be allowed, I will list off everything that I found was fixed or addressed, then I'm not addressing it anymore. And they go through a list. And at first glance, this seems like it's not written by ChatGPT like the original one was. Unfortunately, it was written by ChatGPT just like the original one was. Essentially, they took the output of ChatGPT and then rearranged some of the points. They did the ChatGPT equivalent of thesaurizing a essay. That's it. They took the output of ChatGPT and then rearranged the points that ChatGPT made to try and make it seem like it was written by a human, but it was not, unfortunately. And unfortunately, this contains provable lies, several provable lies. The biggest one is this lie right here. Quote, no passwords, service role key, database password, or private API secret were found in the repository. Really? They weren't, were they? June 20th, 2026, 12:57 p.m. my time, which is the central time zone in the United States of America, is when this was posted. Let's go back and look at this post from an actual cybersecurity researcher, Silvani Killian. Oh hey, just FYI, I found your API secret in plain text on the repo, June 20th, 2026, 10:46 a.m. Fortunately, it's read-only, but why is it there? Posted June 20th, 2026, 11:02 a.m. So, this is just a flat-out lie. And not only that, some of these others are lies as well. Stored XSS, cross-site scripting and unsafe URL handling were fixed. No, they weren't. They also said that Supabase RLS verification checks were added. Sorry, no. Just every possible way you look at it, very nearly every single thing in this list that Neo posted that they claim to have done is a lie. A provable lie, as others have actually demonstrated. Oh, here it is. Here's what I wanted to talk about as well. Yeah, here's another post that I wanted to talk about right quick. This post from Silvani Killian. I seem to be blocked by them for pointing out an HTTP smuggling request vulnerability that allowed me to gain knowledge of the database. This person does not care about you, the user. They only care about getting their own clout off of having created this website and gaining a ton of users. That's it. That's their goal. They want to be praised for this. They want to be lauded for this. They want to be awarded for this. They don't want people who go in and actually point out problems. Anyone who points out problems gets blocked. And then to try and mitigate this, they have hired somebody who claims to have done a security checkup on the site, but who provably did not do a security checkup on the website. They just want praise for having vibe coded an app that they think is useful. I promise you, this is not useful to you. If you want what this app does, you can go to chatgpt.com and type in, hey, help me do this. You don't even have to pay for it. Do I recommend doing that? No, I'm sorry. I have used ChatGPT, but only for educational purposes. I asked ChatGPT to reverse engineer the likely prompt used to make this post from Neo. That was purely for educational purposes. I don't use ChatGPT except for things like that, and I don't recommend anyone use any of these AI for anything actually serious. Memeing around or educating people, sure, I'm gonna be honest, like when I asked to reverse engineer the prompt, I think that's an okay use of ChatGPT or any of the other AI like Grok or Claude or any of the others. Don't use any of these things to vibe code a website. Don't use any of these AI LLMs for anything that is actually serious or that actually matters. They are not in a fit state to be used that way. And most importantly, please, for the love of God, do not subscribe to clout farmers who care more about the size of their own ego than they do about you as a person. And that's it. Thank you all so much to everyone who listened. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are around the globe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!